Hello, my name is Rossella and today I'm going to answer the questions included in Chapter 3 in this book. If you haven't done it yet, click on the red button there and subscribe to my channel to be always up to date with my videos. You can also find me on Facebook, Theory Virtuoso, and Instagram, Theory Virtuoso. And you can visit my website, theoryvirtuoso.com, where you can find all the videos that I publish. There are music theory videos in which I talk about the most important topics in music theory, tutorials on discovering music theory published by the ABRSM, piano tutorials to help you convey a musical and meaningful piano performance, past exam paper in the new format, the online one from 2020, and music quizzes, where you can test your knowledge and see if you need a revision. As ever, don't forget that you can always leave me a comment down there. I always answer. Thank you and stay in touch. Bye! In the first exercise, we're asked to write the named intervals. They could be higher or lower to the notes. The first one is, they ask us to write a major second, that means 2 semitones, okay, up from re, that means mi. A minor third from the same note would be 3 semitones lower. So from re, if we have the keyboard, and that is here, so very handy, from re we have 1, 2 and 3 steps down. That would be B. And if you don't have a keyboard, you can always write a smaller version like that. Okay, you do this and then you colour the black keys. A perfect fifth from mi would be 5 notes above. So let's count. Mi, fa, sol, la, si. Okay, so B. You can also do it with your pen. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, this is the way of doing it. Now, which kind of B? Would it be B flat? Would it be B sharp? We don't know it yet, but I'll tell you. From E, you go straight to B. If it would be E flat, that would be B flat. E sharp, B sharp. So it's the same in this case. And if you want to count the tones, that will be 3 tones and a half. A perfect fifth is 3 tones and a half. 3 tones in 1 semitone. A perfect fifth from fa sharp to a lower note, that will be, let's count, fa, mi, re, do, si, another B. So fa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, between fa sharp and B, 1 tone, 1 tone, 1 tone and a half. So let's count now 3 tones and a half down. So 1 tone, 1 tone, 1 tone and a half. B. If we would have been here fa natural, B flat. Okay, it's always like, you know, shift both. Bass clef. Make sure that you read the notes correctly, because if you misread the notes, you don't write the correct answer. A major second from la, A, that would be simply B. 1 above. A minor third from fa is 3 semitones down. So F, 1, 2 and 3. D. A minor third from la is higher in this case is 3 semitones above. So A, 1, 2 and 3. C. Middle C. A higher perfect fifth from sol would be sol, la, si, do, re. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sol, re. There is just one semitone between the two notes, so we already know that half of this half is insured, but we can count if you want. One tone, one semitone, one tone. 3 tones and a half, so it's already sorted. A perfect fifth lower from D would be sol. Okay. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 steps. Between them, again, it's the same as before. Sol, re, re, sol. And they have one semitone here that gives us this half. Is it all clear? Is it better? You can, during the exams, you can write your own keyboard, and that helps a lot. If you do that, it helps you visualize and it helps you counting the steps. So I would recommend drawing that. Let's move on to exercise 2 now. Okay, in exercise 2, we need to state whether these statements are true or false. Let's see. The key of C major transposed up a major second becomes the key of D major. Now, transpose the interval and use the same type of scale chord, major, minor. A major second from C is D. So C major becomes D major, yes. So true. C minor down a minor third becomes A minor. Now, let's write, as we said, a keyboard C minor, a minor third, 3 semitones below. So 1, 2, 3 is A minor. Correct. C major, a perfect fifth up becomes F major. So let's count. C major, a perfect fifth up from C, do, re, mi, fa, sol is G major. So I'm afraid it's not F major. That is a fourth. So false. C major down a major second becomes B major. C major, C, a major second is 2 semitones, 1 and 2 is B flat. This is a minor second down, so false. C major up a minor third becomes E flat major. C major, 3 semitones above, 1, 2, 3, E flat. So yes, correct. C minor down a perfect fifth becomes G minor. Now a perfect fifth from C is do, si, la, sol, fa, F minor. So it's not G minor. G minor is a fourth down, same as this. So it's false. And that was very quick. Now, later on in this chapter, you will be asked to transpose a little piece of music and also transpose the key signature. It's the same principle of this. So you just need to change your key signature according to the new key signature, the new key that you have. I hope this makes sense, but we'll get back to this when we find it in the real exercise. Let's move on to exercise 3. We need to complete the sentences. The key of D major transposed up a major second becomes the key of E major. So D major, D, a major second up is just E. Perfect. G major, up a major second, becomes A major because it's just 2 semitones above. The key of A major, up a minor third, becomes, now let's write our usual keyboard. A major, a minor third up, that's 3 semitones. So A, 1, 2, 3. C major. E minor, a minor third higher, becomes, I think I need to add another one here. That's E. So E minor, a minor third up, 3 semitones, 1, 2, and 3, becomes G minor. D major, a perfect fifth higher, becomes, now this is D. Re, mi, fa, sol, la. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. La, A major. Now this is one of the cases. So we are the two notes re and la are 3.5 semitones apart, and the half is here. But you can count 1, a half, 2, and 3. 3.5. G major, a minor third lower, it's 3 semitones lower. So 1, 2, 3. G major becomes E major. E minor, down a major second, becomes E minor, a major second, D minor. D minor, down a third, becomes, let's see, I have to draw another keyboard. D minor, a minor third down, that would be 1, 2, and 3, B, B minor. G major, down a third, G major, 1, 2, and 3, E major. Minor third, 3 semitones. G minor, down a perfect fifth. Now, G minor, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. C minor. Sol, fa, mi, re, do. C minor. And E minor transposed down a minor third. E minor. Minor third is 3 semitones. 1, 2, and 3. Now, this note is called, could be D flat or C sharp. Now, which one do we choose? We need to choose the enharmonic name that tells us there is a third apart. Now, mi and D flat, E and D flat is a second. So we need to call this note C, because mi, re, do, this is a third, otherwise mi, re is a second. So we need to choose the enharmonic equivalent that gives us this key number 3. So C sharp. I hope this makes sense. Let's move on to the challenge now. Shall we write happy birthday a major second up from C major? Let's do it. Oh, lovely. Dun da 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 din, dun da 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 dee da. Lovely. Happy birthday to all the ones who have their birthday coming soon. Now, let's not forget the clef, the time signature, and now the new key signature from C major to D major. So how about putting the key signature of D major? Now, if you don't remember that D major has two sharps, what you do is this. From D, Re, you go one semitone below. That will make a Do sharp, C sharp, Do sharp. And then we count Fa, Do, 2 sharps. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go and watch my videos to B to D that talks about keys and scales, key signatures and everything. Everything is explained there, but I don't use the circle of fifth. I think it's very, very confusing for the students. Plus, they've never used it. So now everything is at a major second up. So G becomes Sol, becomes La. One tone up from La would be B. Sol becomes La. Do becomes Re. One tone up from B flat, B, sorry, would be, careful here, Do sharp. Okay, but the sharp is already in the key signature, so we don't need to do anything. Just writing Do is enough. Sol becomes La again. La becomes Si. La. Re is Mi. And Do is Re. That's it. As you can see here, this semitone can be also found between Re and Do sharp. That's a semitone. And if you want to be extremely sure, you can just see the interval, each interval, if it's the same. Major second, major second, major second, major second. Then it's this is a perfect fourth. Sorry, this is a bit untidy. A perfect fourth, and so forth. Okay. For now, we can move on. I hope you're happy, and you can choose. If you play the violin, these are the notes that you can easily play for your next birthday party. Let's move on now. In exercise 4, we need to tick one box that shows the correct key signature that is asked here. So this is the key signature of C major, and we need to transpose it up by a major second. A major second from C major is Do. A major second up from Do is Re. So a major second up is D major, and D major has 2 sharps. Now again, if you don't know how to do it, please watch my videos 2B, 2C, well 2A, 2B and 2C, where I talk about how to find the key chords of any key signature without knowing the circle of fifths. Anyway, so what we do here from Re, D, we go down by a semitone, C sharp, and then we count Do sharp. We count the sharps in order. Fa, Do, 2 sharps, and here they are. This is D major, and an interval, a perfect fifth higher would be La. So Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. 3.5 tones above. Now A major has sharps, and how do we find the number of sharps? A semitone below is G sharp, Sol sharp. Then we count Fa, Do, Sol. The sharps in order. 3 sharps. Here they are. A major, a minor third higher. Let's write the keyboard. La, 1, 2 and 3. C major. And C major has no sharps, no flats. Flats. The key signatures with flats are the easiest because you take the penultimate flat and that is our key signature. So in this case it's B flat major. Now B flat, a perfect fifth higher from B flat is F. So Si, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, F. And if you want to see the number of tones, you would need to count. So from B flat, one tone, one tone, one tone and a half. So Fa. F major. F major has just one flat and here it is. Okay? Let me know if this is easy and makes sense. Five sharps, easy peasy. A sharp is the last one, up by a semitone is B, B major. Now a major second lower from B major is 2 semitones below, so A major, and we already said that A major has 3 sharps. So this one, if you want to know, A major minus 1 semitone is G major, is G sharp. So this one, Fa, Do, Sol. Okay. 3 flats. We go to the penultimate flat, E flat, and that's our key signature, E flat, major, or C minor, but in this case it doesn't really matter. So a minor third from E flat down, so E flat, three steps, 1, 2 and 3, that's C, C major. So C major, no sharps, no flats. Here they are. 4 sharps, so we go to the penultimate sharp, it's D sharp, plus 1 semitone, E, so E major. Down a major second, it makes it D major. D major has 2 sharps, and if you want to know this, if you don't remember it, from D you go 1 semitone lower, here, C sharp, and then you do Fa, Do. There you are, 2 sharps, sorry. Here it is. 3 flats. The penultimate is E flat, so this is our key signature. And this is our key, E flat. Transpose down a perfect fifth. So, a perfect fifth from E, Mi, Re, Do, Si, La. E flat, A flat. Now A flat, we count in order, Si, Mi, La, Re, and we add another one. So 4 flats, and here they are. You can easily exclude this one because this one would be B flat major, and this has sharps. So it's G major. I think this is the easiest and quickest way to do this exercise. Let me know if this was clear enough for you. For now, we move on to exercise 5. Okay, transposition. We need to, so in this exercise 5, we need to transpose this piece of melody by the name intervals. And we need to also include the new key signature. Don't panic, it's easier than we think. Now, this is in C major, right? Up by a major second, that will be D major, and D major has 2 sharps. So now we just copy the melody. One up, one up, one up from sol, one up from mi becomes fa. Now, let's double check if we need to put like a natural or an extra sharp, because we never know, okay? B, a semitone up from B, there will be C sharp, okay? And this is sharp. La becomes C. Sol becomes La. Here, no problem. And mi becomes fa sharp. So we don't need any natural here. Okay? Done. Up a major third. Now a major third from C major. Let's write our keyboard. This is very useful here in case we need it. That's very big. Okay, so we are in C major. A minor third up is 3 semitones. So 1, 2, 3, E flat. Now, I said before, this note here could be called D sharp or E flat. Which one do we choose? The third above. So if we call from C to D, from do to re is a second. We need to call this note mi because we need to go in the area of the third tone above C. Okay? So if we want to call this note a third from do, we need to call it mi double flat. Okay? Mi sharp, not fa. If we call it fa, it becomes a fourth. So we need to respect this number here all the times. So a major third up is 1, 2, 3, E flat. E flat is has flats in the key signature. How many? Well, E flat is our penultimate flat in the key signature. So we say the order of flats in order, and we find it. The order of flats, and we find it. Si, mi, la. A flat is the last one. So si, mi, la. And this is E flat. For fourth, always. Now, a third above, minor third, that would be mi. C becomes a minor third above. 1, 2, and 3, D. La, 1, 2, and 3 becomes do. Now, guys, you can do it this way, okay, note by note, or you can do it by interval. So, for example, this is a minor second, it's a semitone, so we go a semitone below. This is a major second, and we go a major second below. This is a major second, and from do to B flat, that's another major second. This is how you can do it. There are two ways you can decide. Mi, 1, 2, 3 becomes G. There you go. Okay, you can also see that between them, this is a minor third. Okay, so minor third from B flat, 1, 2, and 3, that's G. Does it make sense? I hope so. Finished. Let's move on to the next one. Down a minor third. Now C major, down a minor third, that's 1, 2, 3, A minor. A minor has nothing, no sharps, no flats. How lucky are we today? Now, do becomes la, okay? That's the tonic. Anyway, it becomes from the tonic, so straight to the point. La, 3 semitones below. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3. This black note. Now, what do we call it? This black note could be G sharp or A flat. If we call it A, we don't make the interval, so we have to call it G sharp. The other way of doing this is to consider that this is a semitone. So a semitone apart, that would be La, so sharp. Okay? That's the easiest for me, but it depends on what you want to do. La, let's do it here actually. B to La is one tone. Now one tone from G sharp would be F sharp. Okay, one tone from these two, fa sharp, it's mi. And a minor third lower from mi would be do sharp. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. And I hope this makes sense. Now, when you finish this, I would recommend to have a look at the whole thing. Look at the melody as a whole and see if you can see the transposition, the shifting that stays exactly the same. The shape of the melody should be the same. Try to play it. So da di da da di, and then it goes to, and it goes down. Up of perfect fifth. Okay. Now C major, up of perfect fifth. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, G major. G major has one sharp, so here it is. Now don't panic here. A fifth above, that's a tonic first of all. That's the semitone, fa sharp, perfect. That's a tone, fa sharp, mi. This is another tone, mi, re, and this is a minor third lower. So re, minor third lower, 1, 2, 3, B. Okay, so when it's far, when it's very far, I would use the interval system, okay, rather than a kind of transposition by eye that we can use for shorter intervals. Let's see, down a perfect fifth. Let's have a look. C major, down a perfect fifth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F major. F major has one flat. Here it is, 4/4. Let's start. Fa. Now, a semitone, mi. A tone, re. Another tone, do. A minor third, do, 1, 2, 3, la. Here it is. It's all about a little bit about maths, a little bit about logic, and a little bit about visualizing the things. And having a keyboard at hand is very, very useful. I hope you are satisfied by this, and I move on. Exercise 6. In this exercise, we need to be the teacher, basically. We need to state whether each of these items are correctly written in the interval indicated. So above. So down a major second, C major, down a major second would be B flat major. Now B flat is the penultimate flat or key signature, and it is here as well. So this is correct. Do becomes B flat, correct. Mi, now see here, this is a third and this is a second, so this is incorrect. If you want, a major second from E is D, so this is incorrect. Fa becomes Mi flat, and that is correct. So F, E and E flat, we need 2 steps below, so correct. And Sol becomes Fa, yes, correct. So we had only one mistake in this transposition. Does it make sense? Let's move on to the second one. Up a major second. This is in G major or E minor, it doesn't really matter at the moment. So let's talk about G major, but this is in E minor because of course there is an E minor scale here, part of scale. So a major second from G would be A, so A major. From A you go 1 semitone below La, 1 semitone below is Sol, and then you count Fa, Do, Sol, 3 sharps. So this is correct. Mi plus 1 tone is Fa sharp. Fa plus one tone is so sharp, sorry, fa sharp plus one tone is so sharp. Sol plus one tone is la, and this is incorrect. And B plus one tone is C sharp, and this is incorrect because it's D. Easy. I kind of visualize it, but I also count, and I also use some comparison to the previous one. So you can use all of these techniques to be always right. Let's move on. Down a minor third from F major. Now a minor third from F major is 3 semitones below and equals to D major. D major has 2 sharps, and here they are. In fact, from D we go 1 semitone below, Do, and that's the last sharp in our key signature. So again, the key signatures are all correct so far. Excellent. Now a minor third from Do is La, 3 semitones below. Excellent. And you can always draw a keyboard. Actually, I would draw it here because we need it for the next one. Perfect. Fa minus 3 semitones equals D. B flat, remember to call the notes as they are with the accidentals that they have. B flat minus 3 semitones is G, not F. So B flat, 1, 2, 3, Sol. La minus 3 semitones is not Mi. This is a fourth. So La minus 3 semitones, 1, 2, and 3 is Fa sharp. So I'm afraid this is incorrect. The next one is up by a minor third. And G major up by a minor third is 1, 2, and 3, B flat. Now, I did say that the key signatures were all correct, but this one is not, because the key signature of B flat has 2 flats. This is our penultimate flat, so it's missing 1 flat here. So, sorry, incorrect. La plus 3 semitones becomes Do. 1, 2, and 3. Fa sharp plus 3 semitones becomes La, 2 and 3, A, not A sharp. So, sorry, you are incorrect. Re, D, 3 semitones higher is F, okay? So, correct. Sol, 3 semitones higher is B flat, and this is flat. So, correct. Now, I said, watch out. Call the notes as they are with the accidentals that they have. Otherwise, you're going to state that this note is incorrect, whereas it is correct because it's B flat. Okay, let's go to the fifth. Don't panic with the fifths. They are easier than we think. F major, down a pair for fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, B flat. Now, this is 1 tone, this is 1 tone, this is 1 tone, and we need a semitone, 3.5 semitones below. So B flat. B flat has 2 flats because this is our penultimate flat, so B flat is correct. Fa becomes B flat, yes. B flat becomes E flat. Okay, and you can count 1, 2, 3.5. E flat, not D. Incorrect. Do, sorry, where is it? Do becomes Fa, and you can count 1, 2, 3.5. Re, let's do it together. 1, 2, 3.5. Correct. And mi can't be do. This is a third, so incorrect. Here it is. Let's move on to the next one. A perfect fifth higher from G. Now, major, G major, a fifth part is D. Let's count. 1, 2, half, and 3. D major has 2 sharps. And we know this because from D, a semitone below is Do sharp. So this is our last sharp. So incorrect. Now a perfect fifth from B up, they say is F sharp. Let's count. 1, 2, 3.5. Yes, F sharp. Correct. Re becomes La. 1, 2, 3.5. La. Sol becomes Mi. Now this is a sixth, but let's do it properly. 1, 2, 3.5. D, not E. Sorry. La and Fa, this is another sixth. Fa sharp. This is another sixth, but let's count. La, so 1, 2, 3.5. E instead of F sharp. So, goodbye, you're not correct. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful. Let me know, and I think that by drawing a keyboard you can visualize the things as well. You need to know some stuff. For example, the perfect fifth is 3.5 semitones, a minor third is 3 semitones, a major is 2 semitones, and a minor second is 1 semitone. So that is the best way, I think. 3.5, 3 semitones, 2 semitones, 1 semitone, or 1 tone and 1 semitone. Okay, let me know. And I move on to exercise 7 now. Now again here, we need to transpose the key and the note by the named interval. So G sharp up major second is A sharp, and C major up a major second is D major. So we need to do 2 different steps, and I would recommend to start with the interval, but you can always start with a key. I don't really mind. I start with the interval. So down a major second from A sharp, and let's write a let's write it here. Our usual keyboard. That's very long. Okay, so La sharp, here it is. Down a major second, 2 steps, 1 and 2. So sharp, okay? We need to go La, Sol. We need to call it Sol. Sol sharp. This is D major or B minor. I would call it major. It could be B minor because this is the leading note, but let's make it simple. Let's not add an extra step. So this is D major, and down a semitone is C major. So no sharps, no flats. So it means that we need a sharp here. So G sharp. Okay, perfect. Let's move on to the next one. So sharp in C major. Up a minor third. Let's do the keys now first. Up a minor third means that from C major, 1, 2, and 3 is E flat major. Now E flat is our penultimate flat. So 1, 2, and 3. Again, please go and watch my videos to A, to B, and to C, because they really help you to know the keys and key signatures without knowing the circle of fifths at all. Okay, so that's very helpful for anyone really. Now We have 3 flats, okay, and we need to go a minor third from G sharp. Now, we need to call it Sol, La, Si. We need to call it B. But let's see which kind of B. 3 semitones up from G sharp, 1, 2, and 3, B. That's simply B. Now, our B here is flat, so we need to raise it up by adding a natural symbol. That's it. Okay, so sometimes it's very useful to write the key signature because it tells you what kind of interval, or you can always rub it out if you need. For example, here we could rub it out and then just leave it. Try not to double the accidentals though. Now, bass clef. As we said, let's read the notes correctly, otherwise we'll make mistakes without even realizing it. B flat, 1 flat means F major or D minor, but well, let's call it F major. Down a perfect fifth from Fa is B flat, but let's count 1, 2, 3.5 tones. B flat. Now, to write a B flat, this is our penultimate flat, so we write B and then another one, E. A perfect fifth from B, let's use it here, is 1, 2, 3.5 semitone tones. So 3.5, E. Si, La, Sol, Fa, Mi. E. Our E here is flat, so again we need to write another natural. And I hope this was useful and clear. Let me know if not. Thank you. Let's move on. Exercise 8. Again, we need to be the teacher of our imaginary student that has transposed the melody by the given interval, but we don't know if everything is correct or not. So let's see. This is in A major, so sharp, plus a semitone A, so A major, and they want us to raise it up by a major second. So A plus a major second means B. How many sharps does it have? B, 1 semitone lower, A sharp, this is our last sharp, so 5, this is correct. La, plus 1 tone, B. Mi, plus 1 tone is Fa sharp, correct. Re sharp, plus 1 tone is Mi sharp, I'm afraid. So this is incorrect. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say. And Mi plus 1, that's the same, plus 1 tone is Fa sharp, not Fa natural. So incorrect. Done. As easy as that. Down by a minor third. G major or E minor, doesn't matter now, but down a minor third. G, a minor third down, is E. E major, 1 semitone below, is D sharp, and this is our last sharp in our key signature, and this is correct. So, hey ho! Fa sharp minus 3 semitones becomes D sharp, and this is correct. This is sharp. D sharp minus 3 semitones is B sharp. So this is incorrect. Mi minus 3 semitones is C sharp, and this is correct. And Sol minus 3 semitones can be Fa because this is a second, so no. This is it. Are you happy? Is it clear enough? I hope so, and let me know if not. Up a major second from G major again. So G major plus 1 tone is A major. A major minus 1 semitone is Sol sharp, and this is correct. Sol plus 1 tone is La. Re sharp plus 1 tone is Mi sharp. Mi plus 1 tone is Fa sharp. And B plus 1 tone is C sharp. Correct. C sharp. That's all. How do I do it? I visualize it and I consider the keyboard every time. The keyboard is in my mind every time. I do relate with the keyboard and the steps. We will draw a keyboard now for the thirds and the fifths. So let's move on. A minor third up from C major, minor third up. I'll write it here, the keyboard. Let's write it very long, shall we? Okay, so C major, a minor third is A minor. Oh, sorry, upper minor. So C major, upper minor third, 1, 2, and 3. E flat. Now E flat is our penultimate flat, and this is our last, so it's incorrect. We need another flat. Mi, a minor third above is 3 semitones, is Sol. Okay, correct. La becomes Do. Correct. 2 La's. Easy. Ah, thank you so much. Sol, a minor third above, 1, 2, and 3. B flat, and this is flat. So correct. And Re, a minor third above is 1, 2, and 3. It's Fa. Correct. So here, interestingly, only the key signature was incorrect. Let's go to this one, minor third, down a minor third from E flat. So a minor third from E flat is 1, 2, and 3, C major. So this is incorrect, because C major has no sharp, no flats. A minor third from E flat is Do. Yes, we've just done it. Do becomes 1, 2, and 3 La, so this is incorrect. La becomes Fa sharp. Incorrect. Now, interestingly, this would have been correct without the natural, because Fa is sharp here, but they want us to find a mistake there. B flat, a minor third below is lower is Sol. 1, 2, and 3 G. So correct. And that is sorted. Now let's move on to the fifths. Don't panic, it's easier than we think. Okay, so 4 flats means that the penultimate flat is our key, so A flat major. A flat major, a perfect fifth up is 1, let's count, 3 tones and a half. 1, 2, 3 and a half, E flat. And this is the key signature of E flat, because E flat is our penultimate flat. Mi flat becomes B flat. Yes, 1, 2, 3 and a half, E flat. La flat becomes E flat. Yes, 1, 2, 3 and a half. Sol can be Mi. You see here, this is 1 semitone below, and this is the same note, so this is incorrect. Re, let's count, 1, 2, 3 and a half. La, this is a 6th, so incorrect. Mi flat. Now, as I said, guys, call the name as they are. If you call this note E, you're going to find a wrong interval. So your answer is very likely to be wrong just because you call this note incorrectly. This is flat because it's in our key signature. So every E is flat. So mi flat, a fifth above, can be do, but this is a sixth. But anyway, let's count. 3.5 semitones, 3.5 tones above. 1, 2, 3.5, B flat, not C. So no thank you. The last exercise on this page asks us to transpose down a perfect fifth. So D sharp plus 1 semitone is E, E major. A perfect fifth from E major is La. Anyway, let's count 3.5 tones below. 1, 2, 3.5, La. A major. A major, A, 1 semitone below is G, and we're missing 1 sharp here. So this is incorrect. Now C, a perfect fifth, B is E. Let's count. 1, 2, 3.5. So E, correct. Do, sharp, becomes Fa sharp, and that is correct. Anyway, let's count. 1, 2, 3.5. Fa sharp. La sharp, I know already, becomes D sharp because it's the same. La re or La sharp, Re sharp. But let's count anyway. La sharp, 1, 2, 3.5, and this is our D sharp. Why can't we call this E flat? Because if you call it E, you make it a fourth. We need to go down by 5 notes. So La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re. The note must be called D. It could be D sharp, D natural, D double flat, D double sharp, but it has to be called D. So La sharp, D sharps, incorrect. Fa sharp becomes, this is not even a fifth, becomes B. This is A, so let's count anyway. 1, 2, 3.5, B. So this is incorrect. And I hope this makes sense. Please let me know, because some of you asked me to do this second half of chapter 3. So I think it's not that easy for a student. So please let me know if I helped you at all. Okay? Thank you very much. Let's move on. Okay, let's do this challenge here. Can you transpose the melodies by the intervals shown? Don't forget to include the new key signature and add necessary accidentals. All right, then, we want upper major second, B flat major, upper major second becomes C major. So no sharps, no flats. Now, let's visualize this and then let's make it right. Re plus 1 tone becomes Mi. Fa sharp plus 1 tone becomes So sharp. We can do this. Do plus 1 tone becomes Re, and B flat plus 1 tone becomes Do. Now, as I said, we can do it also considering the intervals. I wouldn't do it here because they are very large intervals, but I would do it here. This is a tone and this must also be a tone, so I can't write Do sharp here or D flat. Okay, next one. Down a minor third. This is C major. A minor third is A major, and A major has 3 sharps. How do I know it? A minus 1 semitone is G sharp. Fa, Do, Sol. That is the thing that we need to do. And again, if you don't know this, please watch the videos 2A, 2B and 2C that you can find in the description below or on my channel page. Fa, Do and Sol in the treble clef. Now this is not really tidy. Let's make it very neat. A minor third, La, becomes Fa, a minor third. Now our fa here is sharp, and la is sharp as well. Mi becomes do sharp, so do is also sharp here, so perfect. Fa becomes di, re, and again the same note as before. So sharp, a minor third, 3 semitones below is mi. B, 3 semitones below is so sharp. Sol is already sharp here, we don't need to write it. And mi minus 3 semitones equals do sharp. And do is already sharp, so we don't need to write anything. Now guys, when you do these things, why don't you visualize the shape of the whole melody and then see if it's reflected in your new melody? This is also important. We need to use all the strategies we know to make sure that we are always right. Some slips can happen to anyone, but at least we tried. At least we used all the things that we could do. 4 flats equals A major, the penultimate flat, up by a perfect fifth means La, Si, Do, Re, Mi. La flat, E flat. Now E flat is the penultimate flat, so we need only 3 of them. Okay. By the way, I forgot the key signature here. The time signature, sorry. Oops. That needs to go here. I need to write this again. Mi flat. Okay, a perfect fifth from do is sol. You can use the keyboard. Let's do it. It's very helpful for the fifth. Anyway, do, 1, 2, 3 and a half, sol. Fa becomes do, 1, 2, 3 and a half. Sol becomes re. You can also see that this is a tone, and we do also a tone. We go back, down, bar line, mi natural. You can do it like using the interval here. So fa and mi is 1 semitone, do and si, B natural is another semitone. Okay, or you can count E. I need another note here. So E, 1, 2, 3 and a half becomes B natural. Sol becomes re. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you want to count, 1, 2, 3 and a half. Done. I hope this was useful, and let me know if it wasn't. Okay, for now we move on to the last page of this chapter. In this exercise 9, basically is what we've done so far, but they use the names of the instruments, and this is because these instruments do transpose the notes each time. And I'll tell you a very quick way of understanding this. Clarinet in B flat means that when they play C, that is written C on their score, in fact they play B flat. So this is the concert pitch. But this is what they read. So they read Do, but they play B flat. Now, the players that have the perfect pitch, I don't know how they deal with that, but probably they get used to it. But this means that we need to go down by 2 semitones because the interval between these 2 notes is 2 semitones. And this is why they say that these 2 instruments, clarinet in B flat and trumpet in B flat, there's always this B flat in the middle, so sound a major second lower. This is the reason. That's all. This is all you need to think of. Okay? So horn in F has the same principle. They read C, but the sound that they make is actually F. So if you go onto the piano, onto the violin, anything, you must play F to play the same note. It's like a transposition included in the instrument. This is the concept of this. Horn in F, clarinet in A, B flat, and so forth. Okay, so what we need to do is write a perfect fifth lower. So a perfect fifth from D is G. Cor anglais is a fifth lower, perfect fifth lower. So it's the same, B flat, E flat. Clarinet in A means that they read C, but they actually play A. So it's a minor third lower, 3 semitones lower. And 3 semitones lower from Fa sharp becomes D sharp. There you go. 3 semitones below. B flat is minus 2 semitones, 1 tone, 2 semitones. So Do sharp becomes B. Horn in F, that's the other way around. So we hear A flat, but the player would read E flat, a fifth above. And if you need, you can always write the keyboard and do like 3.5 tones above. So from A flat, you do 1, 2, 3.5 E flat. Okay, that's always a very good way of sorting your things out in a quick, safe and correct way. And finally, the last 2, clarinet in B, they produce D sharp, but they actually see a tone above. So that would be E sharp. And the clarinet in A would produce an E flat, but actually they would read 3 semitones above. So that would be G. 1, 2, 3, flat. And again, we can't call this F sharp because with F, this interval would be a second. Now, it could be a second, major second and augmented, but it's still a second. We must call this note the third note above. So mi, fa, sol. We have to call it G. And I hope this is clear. If not, please leave me a comment and I will make a video about it. Now, the last challenge in this chapter. This bar is written for a clarinet in B flat and we need to write it at concert pitch. So this is F major minus 1 tone is E flat major. So 3 flats. Key signature, time signature, and let's go. 1 tone below is from La is Sol. 1 tone below from Re is Do. 1 tone below from Do sharp is B, natural. So our B is flat. So let's put a natural symbol. La becomes sol and mi becomes re. Now, why didn't I put the stems? Because I need to see which way the stems would go for the majority of the notes before deciding whether to go down or up. And in this case, I would go up because 2 of the notes would have the stems up. So B can move the stem up or down, but all the notes can move the stem up or down. I'm so sorry, they are a little bit untidy and not really straight, but it's correct. So let's have a look at the shape, and we can also transpose the intervals. So re do sharp is a semitone, and do C sharp is do B natural is also a semitone. So use these techniques to be always right. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful, and I made this video on requests of a couple of people that probably needed it, and I hope this was useful for all of you. You can always leave me a comment and tell me how I can improve, if I need to go quicker, slower, if I need to explain every time everything, if you didn't understand a passage, or things like that. I'm always in touch with the people that write to me, so please do get in touch, and thank you very much for watching. Good luck. Bye bye.